Hi, I'm Ron. I've started this channel to help front-end developers grow their career. I've coached a lot of front-end developers in my career. I'm a self-taught developer myself. I enjoy helping people, it gives me energy. In this video, I'll talk about how to do a good code review, something I consider a very fundamental thing in software development. Doing a good code review is a very social thing. It's not something you do by yourself. It's not something that is just about reading, and it's certainly not about pointing out mistakes to catch only bugs. When coming up with a solution direction, you're actually building up a mental model of the problem. These mental models and these solutions directions are usually composed of one or more key tasks. These are often accompanied by lots of minor tasks, things that are easily solvable, but there's the big problem something poses. Understanding the problem should start very early in the process of software development. For example, if you're doing Scrum during something like a refinement or backlog grooming, you're already talking with peers about how you should approach this problem, how are you actually going to solve this problem. This is the first part where you get to talk to your peers about it. A good code review is about identifying the key tasks a problem poses and then talking about them with peers so that your solution direction, the way you understand the problem, everything gets validated before you write a single line of code. A lot of mistakes actually get made while understanding the problem. You want to catch those mistakes before you've implemented the full feature to have your quick feedback cycle. A simple way to guarantee that you actually understood the problem correctly is by explaining your mental model, explaining your thoughts to a peer. So talk to your peer, face to face, or in a video meeting. Explain how you understand the problem, explain your solution direction, ask for feedback. And if there's only one thing you take away from this video is that all of this talking should happen before you have written a single line of code. And it's actually even better if you have written it all down first. Your problem understanding, your solution direction. If you've written it down in some notes first, then you have a more structured story to tell your peer. It's easier for them to understand it that way. After your implementation, you again want to talk to your peer before they go at it alone. A line-by-line code review is best when it's preceded by re-explaining your solution direction. The person might have forgotten what it was because you took some time to implement it. Your solution direction might have changed. It's just a good practice to re-explain it. Make sure to help your peer understand how you approached your work. What were the difficult parts? What were the boring parts? What should they pay extra attention to? Then comes the solo part of the code review. The reviewer can take a look, clone the code locally, run its automated tests, and come up with feedback. These feedback points are best written down in a software tool like GitLab or GitHub, whatever you're using, because then there's a written record of what choices were made in the past. And remember as well that we're dealing with humans, so be nice. It's generally good practice to ask questions instead of ordering people around or giving them a command to fix it. It's better to ask why a certain solution was chosen or why they did not pick that other obvious thing that is obvious to you. I was once told to choose the most generous interpretation you can have, and this definitely applies to code reviewers. As a reviewer, you can assume that the author has never any ill intent. They are doing the best they can. As an author, you can try not to take any feedback personally. And if you're ever disagreeing, grab the rest of the team. Create documentation and style guides to settle disputes so that in the future you have a document to point to. Of course, this document is never static, it can change, but at least there's a default way of doing things. Another idea I initially got from Michael Lynch from a talk at PyGotham in New York in 2018 is the never say you. Always say we. Focus on the code, not the person. There's many ways with language to lower the chance of the author feeling like a code review has been inflicted upon them. And lastly, automation. Never review as a human what a computer could do for you. Stuff like code style, linting, a tool like Prettier, if you're a front-end developer, can definitely help you out by just taking a whole class of things away that you pay attention to because it's being taken care of either in a pre-commit hook or on a build server. So in conclusion, ask the right questions during things like refinement, backlog grooming, sprint planning. Understand the key task, understand it well, and validate that with your peer. Make sure you build up this mental model of the problem and you validate this in a face-to-face meeting with your peer. Do a two-part code review. Again, have a face-to-face meeting or video conference with your colleague, explain your overview of your solution, any parts that need extra attention maybe from the reviewer, and then let them do the code review line by line. Be nice to other humans, choose to have the most generous interpretation, and automate what you can automate. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you like it, please let me know by clicking the like button. If you want to see more, you can click subscribe and let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts or ideas for future videos. Thanks for watching.